FIDIC stands for Fédération Internationale des Ingénieurs Conseils, or in English, the International Federation of Consulting Engineers. Founded back in 1913, it now represents consulting engineers and industry associations across the globe. Why are FIDIC contracts so popular? Because they offer a balanced risk allocation between employer and contractor, clear structures for notices, variations, claims, and dispute avoidance, and flexibility through general conditions plus project-specific particular conditions. They've become the global standard for fair and practical contract management. The heart of FIDIC's Rainbow Suite was updated in 2017, with the Red Book for Construction, Yellow Book for Plant and Design Build, and Silver Book for EPC and turnkey projects. Then in 2022, FIDIC released updated reprints of these contracts with important clarifications and improvements. Alongside these, there are also the Emerald Book, for underground and tunneling works, the White Book, a client/consultant agreement, and several other model agreements for sub-consultancy or joint ventures. So how do you actually use a FIDIC contract? Here's a quick guide. 1. Choose the right form. Red Book, Employer's Design and Contractor's Construction. Yellow Book, Contractor's Design Responsibility. Silver Book, EPC Turnkey Projects. Emerald Book, Underground Works. White Book, Consultancy Agreements. Green Book, Short Form Contract. 2. Work with the 2022 reprints to ensure you have the latest corrections and guidance. 3. Follow the document hierarchy built into FIDIC, starting with the contract agreement, letter of acceptance, tender, then particular and general conditions, specifications, and drawings. 4. Customize through particular conditions, to reflect local law, risks, or project specifics, while keeping to FIDIC's golden principles. To make FIDIC work for you, always adopt the latest editions, don't rely on old versions still circulating online. Use FIDIC's recommended dispute boards and notice procedures early, they save time and avoid escalation. Keep contract administration proactive, use standard notices, forms, flow charts, and checklists to stay organized. And finally, remember, FIDIC expects its contracts to be adapted, but not distorted. Stick to the golden principles to keep your contract truly FIDIC. The contract documents for a Red Book consist of the contract agreement, the letter of acceptance, the letter of tender, the particular conditions A and B, the general conditions, the specification, the drawings, the schedules, the joint venture undertaking, if applicable, and any other document forming part of the contract. FIDIC provide the content for the documents which are identified by the arrows, the other documents the employer project team has to make them. The contract documents for a Yellow Book consist of the contract agreement, the letter of acceptance, the letter of tender, the particular conditions A and B, the general conditions, the employer requirements, the schedules, the contractor's proposal, the joint venture undertaking, if applicable, and any other document forming part of the contract. FIDIC provide the content for the documents which are identified by the arrows, the other documents the employer project team has to make them. The contract documents for a Silver Book consist of the contract agreement, the letter of acceptance, the letter of tender, the particular conditions A and B, the general conditions, the employer requirements, the schedules, the contractor's proposal, the joint venture undertaking, if applicable, and any other document forming part of the contract. FIDIC provide the content for the documents which are identified by the arrows, the other documents the employer project team has to make them. If you want to study, learn, or use the FIDIC standard contracts, then please visit the FIDIC website and go to the Publications section to select the contract that you want to purchase. When you made your choice, then you can choose between hard copy or electronic copy. The Golden Principles document can be downloaded for free. So, that's a quick look at what FIDIC is, the contracts available, and how to use them effectively. In the next videos, we'll break down each contract in detail, starting with the Red Book. If you found this useful, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the rest of the series. Visit the Contract Management Channel website for free downloads. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.